Hey Embers, and welcome to part 11 of our Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So once again, we are going to be doing 4 days in this episode. So the 24th to the 27th of spring, year 1. It's going to be sunny tomorrow. Checking the news as always. I think this might be the only time we check the news this episode though. So this episode has got a lot of speed ups in it, quite a few, because these will run far too long if I don't, basically, is the short answer there. So we're going to go brush the horse straight away. And this is the second to last episode of spring. So in next week's episode is our last spring days until we move on to summer. So here's our first speed up, of course, watering the crops as per usual. But I can't believe we're nearly at summer, so thank you very much for continuing to watch this. If you have done, this might be your first one, you never know. Watering the failed flowers once again and grabbing a couple for the girls, grabbing our honey and feeding our fish. So last episode we had our first birth of the playthrough, which was Bon the chicken. And I said it in last week's episode as well, I don't think you technically have to feed the chicks. But I do, because I'm not having any chicks starving on my farm. There are a couple of jump cuts in this episode as well. I do apologise, I hope they're not too distracting. So we're going to head off and give the flowers to the girls. Has Anne's heart level changed? No, she's still at purple. Potpourri's heart went to blue last episode. And she's still at blue. So we're going to give our egg to the harvest goddess as per usual. Again, a little bit of a waste seeing as we don't get the money for that, but there is good reasons for doing this. And we're going to gather all of the wild crops. So while we're doing this, I'm just going to recap. I say this pretty much every episode. What were the goals I set upon myself for the first year of spring? So the goals I set was to get a chicken, which we've done. We've actually got 2 chickens. Another speed up while I chop some wood. The second goal was to get the medium backpack, which again we've done. And the third and final goal was to get the henhouse upgrade, which we have not done yet. Do we manage to do it? So once again, another speed up while we chop wood. I do apologise for traffic noises as well. And I hope, I say this all the time as well. Oh, we're just picking up this rabbit here because rabbits are my favourite animals. I used to take these to the house when I was a kid, and I used to be so upset that they didn't stay in your house. But of course, you cannot just claim wild bunnies from the forest. So yes, I say this pretty much every episode. I hope you're okay with the speed ups. I hope they're not too distracting. So we're just checking how much lumber we need to enlarge the hen house, because we do have enough money. So we need 420 pieces of lumber. So let's see how many pieces we have. So unfortunately we only have 347 pieces of lumber at the moment. So no hen house upgrade at the minute. But with only 6 days left, can we get the upgraded hen house? So we're just shipping our wild crops, as usual. And we've equipped the hoe, so I'm assuming we're going to go mining. Yep, it looks that way. Just going to pop and say hello to Karen, because of course the shop is shut today. And we're going to nip in the hothouse for a little bit. So I think I've probably sped this up as well. Now, I can't remember if I've made this particular mistake in any of these episodes so far, but there is no point in staying in the hothouse for any more than an hour, because only an hour counts. So I think I just made that mistake there actually, but we're about to go mining, and again there's another big speed up. But one thing I forgot, like I've just said, was that you might as well only stay in the hothouse for an hour or less, because anything more than an hour doesn't count. And we just got a power berry, if you notice that, in the speed up. So we are 1 power berry down, well 1 more power berry down I should say. And we end up taking all gold ore back to be shipped, so that's quite a good haul. So yes, as part of this playthrough, I am aiming for 100%, as close as we can get, and a part of that is getting all the power berries, and of course the mystic berry, which we already got from Cap'n. When we get closer to that goal, because we're not really near it yet, I will discuss where all the other power berries are. But we did finally get the power berry from the mine. So we're off up again to do some more mining. If I can get not walking through a wall. If I can get not walking through a wall, that makes so much sense. So again, just making a little bit of money to try and hit our goal. And as you can see, we got a mistral ore there, which is the blue one that looks like a flower. I cannot remember if we have had a mistral ore in this playthrough yet or not. But our character's getting quite tired, so we're going to head back now. So as you can see, we've got a gold ore in our hands, another gold, another gold, another gold, and a mistral. So that's even better than the previous time. So here's Zach to collect what we've shipped today. Not a lot, no crops today, unfortunately. And I can't remember if we have brushed the horse. So I brush him again, and we've already brushed him today. Now, I think that the plot I'm standing on hasn't been watered. And I don't water it, so I think I completely missed a day of watering on that crop. So that's a huge mistake. We're now going to chop down some trees. But I didn't notice this at all until editing, and obviously I film these, and then I edit them down, and then I record over them. So I have to watch these about 4 or 5 times before you get to see them. But it was only as I was editing this that I noticed that patch of, I believe it's turnips. So just to speed up here while I do some wood chopping. And we go fishing here. And we finally chop the stump that's here. But yes, I think I made a huge mistake and I didn't water that crop at all today. I have no idea how that happened. So are we going to chop a few more trees? No, we're not. I think we're too tired. But we are going to chop that branch that we fished up. So with that, we're just going to fill up the watering can. I'm assuming we are going to bed. Picking up the dog and ending with the television. So that marks the end of day 24. Moving on to day 25. Like I say, we are playing 4 days this episode. I haven't been able to see your previous comments on the last video yet to see if you're okay with the slightly longer episodes. So hopefully you are. But this is going to be quite a long playthrough anyway, so anything to make it a little bit shorter will help. So, just discussing chicken feed here. We're buying chicken feed from the poultry farm at the moment, but you can get chicken feed an alternative way in summer. And I believe you don't need chicken feed at all if you let your chickens roam outside because they'll eat worms, but I don't do that. So on to day 25, watching the weather as always, and unfortunately, but fortunately, it's raining tomorrow. So it's fortunate because we don't have to water our crops, but it's unfortunate because we don't get the nice background music. So no, we do end up watching the news again. And we're heading out to start day 25. So, on to another speed up where we water the crops. And we do have cucumbers today. Finally, something we can ship. Now, why have we gone back into the house? What's happening? I'm not sure. Ah. So this is something that I don't think you've seen yet. So we went in for the sickle and we grabbed the third bag of turnip seeds for some bizarre reason. We went for the sickle because we are gathering the cucumbers. However, they will not have time to grow again by the end of spring. So we're shipping the cucumbers, and as we're doing that, we are using a sickle. I'm just showing you the barn, I think perhaps for the first time this playthrough. We are using a sickle to chop them down because we don't need them. So we're brushing Binky. But there's no point in watering those, and that's why we have the third bag of turnips. So now it makes sense from last week. So we're just feeding the fish as usual, and grabbing the honey. But the reason I did that, so basically the crops that continue to regrow, when the season changes, they will die, but how do I explain this? They're sort of still in place. So you can't get any crops out of them, but they're sort of still there. What are we doing with this egg? We're going to take it. And so you might as well chop them down as soon as you can, because with 6 days left of spring, like I say, the cucumbers are not going to grow anymore. I hope that makes sense. That was quite a convoluted way of saying that. So we're going to go say hello to the girls and grab the harvestables. Anne is still at a purple. And Potpourri is still blue. So we're grabbing the rest. I'm getting very nervous now as to if we are going to get the hen house upgrade by the end of spring. With 6 days left, it was a hefty goal that I gave myself, giving this to the harvest goddess as usual. But I thought it was doable, so we shall have to wait and see. So we have another speed up here while I chop some lumber. And we're just checking our money, and we don't have enough lumber still. So once again, another speed up. I believe it's 420 pieces we need. So we're just heading into the woodcutter's house again. And there's a little jump cut here, I think, while I figure out what I'm doing. In the end, I decide to buy the remaining lumber. So we are 18 units off. So for 900 Gs, I decided to go ahead and buy them. Because we are going to go ahead and choose, finally, to enlarge the hen house today. So I believe this takes got 3 days to build. We have 6 days of spring left, so, spoiler alert, maybe, that means the hen house will be built by the end of spring. Which also means that every goal I set myself for year 1 spring is officially complete, or will be when Gots finishes doing the hen house. So I'm super, super pleased with that. So we do still need to plant those turnips. So here's another speed up where we plant the turnips, because the turnips will still grow. And we are heading off the farm. I can't quite remember why. So I suppose I'll see when you do. I'm assuming we're going to the shop, but I'm not entirely sure what for. Oh no, we're heading to the library. And another heart event has popped with Mary. So the right answer here is came to read. So I made a mistake in previous episodes. I thought we'd had most of the heart events with the girls, but obviously we haven't had this one. Like I say, I can't remember everything, but we are heading into the shop. I'm not sure why. We're grabbing some seeds. So I'm assuming we only grab turnip seeds because that's all the time we have left, I think. I don't think we have enough time per potato, but we could do, I can't remember. So we are grabbing just one bag of turnip seeds. Because with 6 days left, there is time. I think the turnips take 3 days. So, heading back to the farm now. Once again, I do apologise if you can hear any background noise. What are we doing? I'm not sure. We're heading into the hothouse for a little bit. So really, I only need to be in here till 6 to 10 past 6. But I end up staying till 6:30. So that extra sort of 20 minutes really doesn't make any difference. But hey-ho, never mind. So we're heading back to fill our watering can. And we have 1,420 Gs to end off the day. Another speed up here where we continue watering. And we do plant that last set of turnips. So we're now brushing the horse, but we've already brushed him today, so gets an extra brush. And this is another speed up because we are putting the horse in the stable because it is raining tomorrow. Once again, another speed up where I just clear off the farm a little bit. But yes, I definitely have to speed up putting the horse in the stable because for some reason it takes me far too long. I decided to use the sickle for a little bit here to sort of, not upgrade that, but level it up a little bit because the sickle will become a little bit more important later on. So at 11:30, we are rounding off day 25. Just sorting our tools out. Bit of a palaver here, but we do get it sorted. And of course, we're going to watch the telly. So we have the song hour today. And the guest is called Main Character. So it's talking basically about what we do every day in the game. And in his hand there's his food from who knows where. True. Very meta. And finally, of course, life on the farm. I do apologise, there's people talking quite loudly outside and I do record sort of near the window. I keep saying that, maybe I should move. Maybe I'm the problem. So we're moving swiftly on to day 26 of spring. And here we are, day 26. It is of course raining today, but it is sunny tomorrow. Once again, apologies for a loud car. So today is actually somebody's birthday. It is not quite our last birthday of spring. So we're going to go and say hello to the horse straight away and brush them. So we have a birthday today and 2 more birthdays, which you'll see in next week's episode. So we are really getting down to the wire for spring now. And our potatoes have grown, so I have a speed up while I collect the potatoes. Are we going to replace those with turnips? I believe there is still time, yes. So I'm assuming we go to the shop. And there's Gots working on our upgraded hen house. This is the first time we've seen him on our farm, actually. Again, I will talk a little bit about my summer goals in the next episode, and we decide to incubate an egg this time. So at one point we are going to see a third chicken. So, shipping the honey. And we also ship the potato because we realised we can't give it to the harvest goddess today because it's raining. And she clearly hates the rain. She will not come out in the rain. We don't have an egg to sparboil today because we have chose to incubate that one. So, just collecting the crops as per usual. We are, of course, keeping that last flower to give to Potpourri. So let's head down and grab the last wildflower, wild crop. And we're going to head straight out, I'm assuming, to the poultry farm. Now, we do need some chicken feed, I believe. So we're just checking, yes, we only have 8 chicken feed, so we definitely need some more. However, we have come a little bit too early. So we give Potpourri her flower anyway. And she's still on a blue heart. We talk to Rick while we're here, even though we're not too fond of him. And so we figure out we're going to have to come back. But we do try our luck to get to the second floor. So we're leaving the poultry farm for now, but we are going to have to come back at one point. So now we are heading over to the shop, because as I did mention, it is somebody's birthday today. So we do need to go and grab them a present. And you will note that their affection does go up if you wrap their birthday presents in the wrapping paper, which you can see to the left there. Oh, we are grabbing another turnip seed, I think. It is more beneficial if you wrap Christmas presents, birthday presents, but because we are in the first year of spring, I've decided to not wrap the presents for now. So we are grabbing another bag of turnips. And that's it for seeds. We're heading over to grab some flour because it is Aqua's birthday, one of the harvest sprites. And as we know by now, their favourite thing is flour. This is our 3rd harvest sprite birthday out of the 7. So 3 birthdays in spring for the sprites. So we've had Bold's birthday, Stade's birthday, and this is now Aqua's birthday. So, as it's raining today and there's not a lot to do, we're just checking which one Aqua is. Of course, he's the light blue. We decide to stick around and talk to the harvest sprites for a little while. There is a comment here made by one of them that says you can join the tea party. Well, we actually can't because you do need the large backpack upgrade for that. But hopefully next year, spring next year, I will show you that. So we're giving Aqua his flower for his birthday. And yes, spring year 2, hopefully we will indeed join the tea party. Look, he says you can join us if you'd like, but you actually can't. And for some reason, I feel awful. This little dark blue sprite, we just completely ignore him. We spoke to everybody else but him, and I feel really guilty. So, I'm not entirely sure what we're choosing to do now. A car alarm just went off, I do apologise. I definitely need more professional recording equipment, but, you know, I'm not being paid for these. Oh yes, we do need to go and get some more chicken feed. I'm not being paid for these, so I don't have a great amount of money to spend on equipment, but I definitely need to upgrade my equipment. So yes, we definitely need some more chicken feed, so that's what we're grabbing now. I think we only had 8. So we go ahead and grab 12, making 20. So what are we going to do next today? I can't quite remember myself, but I do think today would be a good day to go fishing. As... why have we got the watering can out? I have no idea. As you're more likely to get fish in the rain. I don't know too much about fishing. Is that a real life thing as well? Are you more likely to get fish in the real world if it's raining? You'll have to let me know. Because I know that for a lot of video games that they'll say fish when it's raining, so that must have some validity to it. I don't actually know that though. So we do have our bag of turnip seeds. So we're going to quickly plant those. But yeah, I don't know much about angling. I do know that, like I say, in a lot of video games, it mentions going for... I don't know why we check if the blacksmith's open. We don't have enough money for the blacksmith. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, I know a lot of video games say go fishing when it's raining, so... I believe the droplets attract the fish to the surface of the water? Something like that. Again, not my area of expertise, but I'm assuming that's what's going on. And yes, we have indeed come fishing for a bit. So if there's any anglers here in my in my comments, let me know. So yes, we do have a speed up here. And we did catch a fish. There are some very loud birds, I do apologise. It adds to the ambience. We caught some trash there. And some more. Did I say trash? Rubbish. Trash is an American saying. And we caught another fish. And unfortunately some more rubbish. So we're going to go throw the rubbish in the bin, in the square. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious now. So is it just that they're attracted to the droplets on the surface of the water? And I'm really pleased because we actually ended up with 2 large fish. So we could have shipped these for a bit of money. But as you will see in a minute, I believe we do go ahead and put them in the pond on our farm. And there is a reason for doing that. I mean, above all, I want to keep the fish. I want to keep them safe in my pond. But let me just be clear, this is a video game. I don't think it's advisable to go fishing at the beach and to take them home and put them in your pond. I'm no expert, but I would hazard a guess that that is not a good idea. Mixing salt water and fresh water, etc, etc. But I think we are going to end the day off here. And move swiftly on to the final day of this episode, which is the 27th. So we're just sorting our tools out again. And, oh no, I thought we were done for the evening. I think we're going to go mining. So, we're not quite on to day 27 yet. We're going to go off and do a little bit of mining. So again, this is going to be another speed up. Now, of course, you must be careful with your fatigue levels when it's raining, because your character does get tired a lot quicker. But we've ended up with a few bits of ore. So we're going to ship those now. So we've got a silver, another silver, another silver, another silver, and another silver. All silver today. Are we going to head back? Yes, I think we are going to head back. Oh, no we're not. We are chopping wood instead. So another speed up while I chop the wood. Because even though we have reached our goal for the upgraded hen house, we do still need lumber, of course, for future projects. So why not? I doubt very much we'll be able to chop all this wood, but let's see how far we get. No, do you know what? We did end up chopping it all. Apart from, of course, there are 2 more stumps, but we don't go to those. So, to be accurate, we don't chop it all. But at 11:30 at night, surely it is time to head to bed. And I think we are heading to bed this time. So let's pick up the dog and watch the television, as always. So it is a sports channel this time. See, it says it's wrestling that we're watching, but what is on that screen is not wrestling, I'll tell you that. I'm not a massive sports fan, but I know that's not wrestling. So I wonder if this was something that was changed in translation, because of course this game is Japanese, so I'm wondering when they made the port to the PAL and NTSC versions, if the sports channel was totally different. So my rabbit has decided to make a lot of noise, so I do apologise for that. So this is showing you the mechanics of the dog ball, which of course we don't have yet. Maybe you'll see that in a future episode. So we are going on to our final day of this episode, which is day 27 of spring. If you're wondering what's happening, my rabbit has a load of cardboard boxes that she likes to sit in and chew. So if you're hearing that, she's chewing cardboard. I couldn't think of anything worse, but she loves it. So we're just checking the mailbox, and of course there will be a speed up soon. We're just checking our money, 2,260 Gs. And here comes the speed up, and we do have a set of turnips today to ship. Of course, we're watering most of our crops. I didn't consider that we would lose a turnip there because of the rock. And we are now grabbing our honey. We didn't grab all of the turnips, just one of them, I believe. And there's Gots again. Grabbing our 1 egg as well. And feeding the chickens. So we're going to have 3 of them soon. So off we go, as always, to get the wild crops. And as I've said, next week's episode will be the last episode set in spring. We're going to be moving on to summer, which will be quite nice. It'll be quite a change to finally move to a different season. And you'll see that quite a lot is different. So I hope you've stuck with it so far, because I know that the start of this sort of game can be quite tedious, you know, as you're setting up. So Anne is still on a purple, and Potpourri is still on a blue. So we're going to parboil the egg. And like I say, I know that the start of this game can be quite tedious, the setup and everything. So thank you for sticking with it if you have. So, giving the crop to the Harvest Goddess, as always. I don't know if I've asked you this thus far in any of these episodes, but let me know. This is sort of question of the day, I guess. If you've played Harvest Moon, what is your favourite game out of curiosity? So I haven't played many. I do like the Harvest Moon franchise, but I haven't played many. So my first Harvest Moon game was, of course, this one, Back to Nature. I have played bits and pieces of Magical Melody on the Wii. Not enough to give you a solid opinion, though. I have played the sort of remaster of this, Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, on the Switch. But again, I didn't play it long enough to give really an informed opinion. I did enjoy what I played, though. I also played a Harvest Moon game on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, Harvest Moon Game Boy Color, yeah. That was a while ago, so I can't remember a lot about that. And I think that's about your lot. So I do have a couple more of the Harvest Moon games on the Nintendo DS or 3DS, whichever one it is. And I just haven't played them. So maybe I ought to give some of the other Harvest Moon games a go. So we're just collecting the rest of the turnips now. And I can't remember if we go to the shop to replace those, because I think they take 2 days. So we would just about have time to get one more round of turnips. So we're brushing the horse. And because it's sunny tomorrow, we're going to let the horse out. This takes a tiny bit of time, not too much. Much easier to get the horse out of the stable than it is to get him in. But yes, let me know if you have played any Harvest Moon games, what your favourite was. This is absolutely my favourite, but I am willing to play some more and give them a go. So I think we're heading out. I'm assuming we're going to grab one more bag of turnips. Because oh no, we're not. We're going somewhere else. Are we? I'm not sure what we're doing. Because as it is the 27th, that gives us exactly 3 days till the end of spring. Ah, I know what we're doing. But I can't remember if the turnips are 3 days or 4 days. I honestly can't remember as I am sort of narrating this. So we are going to head into the inn now to get something very, very important. If you've played this game before, you'll know what we're doing. So we're heading to Juan, because he is the only person who sells the pineapple seeds. Now these, shall I explain it now? I'll go ahead and explain it now. These take a very long time to grow. In fact, I think you only get 2 harvests from them in the whole of summer. But the profit you get from pineapples is insane. So we've gone and grabbed 2 packets for now, because that's all we can afford. So we've used all our money on those pineapple seeds. And like I say, they take a very, very long time to grow. When they do grow, you can harvest them twice, like I say. And it's imperative, I think, that you get pineapple seeds for summer, because that's definitely where your profit is going to come from. You'll be amazed at how much those pineapple seeds sell for. So we've grabbed those in preparation. Of course, we cannot plant them yet because they won't grow. We're still in summer. No, we're not. We're still in spring. So we're just getting them in preparation because they won't grow yet. So just figuring out what we want to do. Again, I assume we don't replace those turnip seeds. I'm not sure. So we just decide to get one weed there. Gonna say goodbye to Gots for the day. And I'm assuming we're going to do a bit more mining. Are we? Oh, hang on. No, we're chopping wood. So another speed up here while we chop wood. No, what's happening here? That took a long, long time. I don't know what happened there. I don't think we'll get all this done. Nope, definitely not. As you can see, my character is very tired. So we're going to refill the watering can, I believe. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. Nope, we're going straight home. And as my character is very tired, we are ending off the episode here. So we're going to watch the telly as always. For some reason, I checked the weather again. I don't know why. We know it's sunny tomorrow. We've got Mechabot Ultra. So as we are watching this, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for next week's episode. And like I've said many, many times in this one, that is finally the end of spring. So we're going to be moving on to summer. So last 3 days of spring next week, and then the week after will be summer. So thank you very, very much for watching. Your viewership really is appreciated. I'm having an absolute blast filming these, recording these, playing these. So thank you ever so much. Like I say, it's my first ever playthrough, and I'm really pleased with how it's going. So I can't wait to hopefully do more for you guys. So just rounding off with life on the farm, as we always do. And I really hope you're enjoying these and you don't mind the length now that I've moved to slightly longer episodes with 4 days in them. Just finishing here. I never put the animals outside, so this is a bit pointless for me. Only in this game, not in real life. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, bye Embers.